Okay, welcome to another review by Mark's Angry Review. This one's about Sanctuary. I wanted to do one, and I actually have made a video, said on a video a while ago I was going to do one on the Sanctuary, and just never got around to it because, I had to lose all those troops to be able to even open up the building. Most people haven't even seen inside the Sanctuary. Um, I fell asleep on my alt account and zeroed it. So, well, I got some help for that. It was no big deal. Actually, kind of looking forward to it. Kind of happy because now I can finally do a video on the Sanctuary. Got a little carried away and got rid of the Divine Providence option, but there was a little square over here that had extra things. I'll talk about it. What is a Sanctuary? To make it short, when you get zeroed or your troops go away, I had a few million troops in there, maybe 2 point something million, and the max over here is 666,000, 100,000. And the rest of the troops, instead of getting red dead and gone, well, I guess they are, but they go into the Sanctuary. A box over here comes and, 100,000, 200,000 I'm able to click off and redeem straight away. The rest of them, I get to earn them back, which is really a big update. I mean, everyone tries to make IGG look all magnanimous, oh, what heroes, they're letting people earn them back. It's really strategic, rather. Um, they know how many people leave the game once they get zeroed for good. And so they said, well, you hold up, if we could let people slowly earn back their troops, they wouldn't leave the game, which is true. And I think they've probably rescued a lot of potential deserters of the game because, they kind of felt, oh, well, if I work hard enough, I can get back all those troops, or at least a good chunk of them. Um, I guess it's a win-win for everyone. Everyone falls asleep at one point, and that's it, they lose their troops. I've seen videos of people explaining how the Sanctuary works, and they're so badly overcomplicated it because they're using all the silly terminology that IGG use. Don't get carried away. All this really is an opportunity to rescue 1 million and change of your heroes by doing jobs. That's literally all it is. Don't get stuck in. People look at this page and like, oh my gosh, this looks so intimidating, and they just get completely overwhelmed. Firstly, it's not even that difficult, but I've seen people get overwhelmed by it. The point is, it's really simple. Do a bunch of tasks every day. It resets at 12, 0, whatever it is. And when you do the tasks, you collect, you get some points. I'm not even saying what the names of the points is. Who cares? You get some points over here. Then you go over here and you resurrect. That's the beginning and end of it. So let me just give you an example. I already just collected a bunch, so I could just show you what it looks like. And I'll tell you in a second why I'm actually not going to redeem too much. But here, I completed this. This you always want to collect straight away. So as soon as you do them, collect. I did collect all. You get to 2 in one shot. Very good. A fancy animation. Then you click resurrect. And now I'm just going to do a touch just to show you. But I'm going to use some of those points. I'm going to resurrect a few soldiers. Resurrect. Ta-da! And then that weird thing goes on over there. And now, well, I guess there's more things, but now there's a few more soldiers, more than there was before. Let me show you again about the tasks. If anyone doesn't understand, let me just explain. It's super simple. Open 2 mystery boxes. Again, these are all very, very simple. The only catch is there's only a certain amount of tasks. You're not going to finish it in 1 day or 2 days. It's going to take, especially if you have, high level, it's T4 only. But, you have T4s and a bunch of other random stuff. Obviously it's going to cost more for higher level soldiers. The tasks, it'll take a few weeks. But the point is you get back your soldiers instead of having to, train them again or heal them again. You get to have them, which is pretty awesome. The tasks are all really, really easy. The gathering is probably the only one that people might find a slight pain, but it's 5 different types. Just send them out once a day to 5 different locations. If you quick complete use a familiar to quick complete, it won't count. So you actually have to let it sit on the tile and finish it off. That's pretty much it. That's the entire Sanctuary, without all the complications and the weirdness that I've seen all the other people try to explain out of it. Don't get carried away. It's just simple. It's just simple. You have a bunch of red dead soldiers, do a few tasks. You get to have them back. Of course, anything that's beyond the capacity of 1.25, if you have Castle 25, of course, those will be red dead for good. So if you have 10 million troops and you lost them, well, yeah, goodbye 8.7. Oh, goodbye 8 million of them. Those are dead for good. But you get to have back. You get to have some of them back, and no one's complaining really. Of course, the one obvious thing that you need to remember is you want to get this to C25, you want to Castle 25 as soon as possible. The difference is quite, it's quite large. That's 300,000, and at level 1 you only have 4,000 over here, so it's gonna, it's going to count for quite a bit. Again, this is not, as some people will think, an excuse to not load up on infirmaries. Yeah, you still want to have loads of infirmaries. The more infirmaries, the better, honestly. I have 2 mainers over here, I probably should just get rid of one. I mean, obviously there's a boost as well, but the yeah, you still need the infirmaries. If you're an active player, you don't want to leave it to chance. You don't want it to go over here. You want to go to the infirmary, then use your resources to make it right instead of waiting around for ages. One more thing I want to say before I finish off this video on Sanctuary. Most people are expecting a longer video on Sanctuary, and again, if you're finding this complicated, you're really, really stupid. Play another game. Candy Crush, which should be fantastic for you. Um, it's really simple. The one thing that's really cool to know, and I haven't seen anyone else talking about this, so I'm kind of surprised because I think a lot of players should have jumped on this straight away. A sanctuary trap. That's going to be one of the best traps you could do now. It should be, it should be massive. I mean, I can see so many people, if they know about this, would lose their troops on purpose just to make a sanctuary trap. These aren't visible the same way that infirmary are visible, which means that if you have all your soldiers just sitting over here, and with one button you could just resurrect them all. Some guy's gonna scout you, see how you make it tempting. See if leave your leader there, leave 200,000 troops or so in your actual thing. They'll think, yeah, well, I could just I could one hit this guy and take their leader and their troops. And as they're approaching, just open up the sanctuary. You'll get a leader. You'll get them really, really good. It's probably the best trap that I've seen so far, and it's so easy to set up. And big players, they're gonna go for it. They won't see this one coming. It's brilliant. Anyway, if you like my channel, subscribe or don't. Couldn't really care less. Follow me on Twitter. I'll put the link below, or don't follow me on Twitter. Again, couldn't really care less.